Welcome back, everybody. My name is All Fun and Games. I stream every day on Twitch TV, and I also make fun little videos here on YouTube. Today we are talking about Woody as our next character on the chopping block. Now, you're probably wondering, why am I skipping over Willow and all these? I'm trying to go in order where I feel like the characters are most sought after for a lot of people that actually ask for characters like Woody and Wendy and all those others. And then eventually we'll get to the harder ones, as Willow just recently got a huge rework, just like Woody. Unfortunately, I have to kind of skip over the characters that have not had a skill tree attached to them right now. So eventually we'll get there, so do not worry. Woody, the Canadian, has a lovely axe and is at war with the forest, suffers from the curse of the werebeaver and the weremoose and the weregoose, celebrates Thanksgiving the correct time, of course, because of their Clay's Canadian, or well, Canadian team, I should say, or company. Now, inside of Woody's skill tree, you can go through it pretty good yourself, whatever you want to do. Skill tree, once again, I've made a guide on that, on how to get used to it. Now, inside of the actual skill tree, or the curse tree, if you want to call it that. Where forms last a little bit longer, pretty cool. You have things regarding each curse, the moose, blah, 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 blah. Each individual ones do some power moves and all that other stuff. The big ones for these that you want to look at as to why Woody is one of now, well, has always been a good character, but now more of a top tier character than ever. Collect stuff much faster. This was never a thing before until they made Woody even better. Now, when you're gathering around, and I'll show you here in a few minutes how good Woody can really be. You have the ability to learn to craft a tree idol. An extremely burnable effigy attracts tree guards when burned. Yes, exactly that. You can make an effigy to now make tree guards follow you. Of course, you have the affinity, but the thing that Woody can now do that's huge is use Lucy to carve boards more efficiently, use Lucy to carve a nice hardwood hat, and use Lucy to make a wooden walking stick. This is insane because the walking stick will make you walk fast, and the hat will protect you early on in Don't Starve Together. If you're a new player to Don't Starve Together, you might be looking at this going, what is he talking about, and why is he getting so in-depth into it? But it really actually is very important. When you look at your character and you click on your character selection screen, you can literally make an easy hat to protect your head by using 6 logs and 1 pine cone, which you get from basically chopping down a tree. Now, when you look at the walking stick, all it requires is charcoal and 3 logs, which you can get by burning down a tree. So yes, Woody is a great character. Aside from that, basic stats of 150 hunger, 200 sanity, and 150 HP. Look familiar? This is exactly why I decided to do Woody after doing Wilson, because they literally have the same stats. So not only does Woody also chop faster because you have Lucy the axe, which you can always have on you. If you lose Lucy, for example, I drop Lucy on the ground and I randomly get enough to be able to make a new axe, as soon as I chop any type of axe, golden axe, regular axe, or whatever, it'll automatically turn back into Lucy. So let's just showcase exactly what I'm referring to. Of course, I have to get myself one more, I believe. Where's it at? There we go. So let's go ahead and toss this on the ground. There we go. Now I made a little normal axe, and as soon as I chop, voila! Lucy disappears over here. This axe now that used to be Lucy transforms into a regular axe, which can be used by other players, and you're ready to go. The other bonus about this too is when you pick up this, it's at 100%. So yes, that's right. If you decide to go ahead and chop again, chop, 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 and Lucy's in your inventory, well, guess what? It's going to go down to 85%. And then eventually, if you toss Lucy on the ground and you go over to this one and you chop, 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 well, guess what? You go over to here and now it's 100%. Look at that amazing trick. This is probably something that not a lot of people know about, but when they watch this, they might go, I can't believe that I never noticed that. Well, guess what? It's kind of pretty cool if you think about it. Not that you would really need to use it because you have Lucy, so why would you want to do that, right? But anyways, let's go ahead and ignore that for now, shall we? Anyways, aside from that, Woody is a great character, but be careful for full moons, which we're on day 11 as of right now, because when a full moon happens, you will transform into a random form, which can help you or hinder you depending on what you are deciding to do. But you can quickly fix that by just making sure you have a little bit of food in your inventory, so when you transform back into your normal character, you have food to keep you nice and fed. Basically, what happens is you turn into a weremoose, goose, or a beaver, and when you come out of it, your character is very hungry and says, I'm very hungry, blah, 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 blah. You have to make sure you eat something just like you would in normal Don't Starve Together. Pretty straightforward, and I mean, if you don't know what they do, the moose fights, the goose can travel very quick, and of course, the beaver can do what? Chop. Yes, chop trees, and very fast at that too. Now, on top of that, there's some other hidden stuff, like when you're in beaver form, I think you're less likely to trigger a tree guard and blah, 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 blah. Other than that, you have the meat effigy, or you have the effigy, so you can transform into them at any time you want, depending on if you get 3 monster meat and whatever else you need. And of course, you have the tree guard idol. This is all given you by the skill set. So Woodie is a great character all around. Now, don't let the beard fool you, because unfortunately the beard is not real. It doesn't give you any sort of protection, insulation, or whatever. It just is there, looks fancy, and whatever else. So that being said, Woodie is a great character to choose. If you have decided to choose Woodie, that's entirely up to you. But anyways, that's it for me. Thanks again for watching, and I hope you decide to choose Woodie as your local Canadian, because I really love Woodie, and I think Woodie's a great character. And once again, don't forget that yes, you can make yourself a protective little axe, and of course when you finally get some protective helmet that gives you 70% protection and has a decent amount of durability. So early on you can protect your brain, and then eventually when you burn down a tree, you can make a walking stick that'll make your character walk even quicker. This is why Woodie's a great character to choose, so I would really suggest it. If Woodie's one of your favorite characters, comment down in the sections down below in the comments. Let me know what you think and go from there. Thanks again for watching. I'll see you then.